Hello, and welcome back to EFT with Lucy. My name is Lucy, and I'm so happy that you are here. First of all, thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel since my last video. I see you, I appreciate you. Thank you for all the people who are coming back to watch me every video. I appreciate you, and thank you to everyone who has said any recommendation. This video today on tapping out a fear of success is actually someone's recommendation. So let's get into it. I could talk about this all day, so I'm gonna try to keep this short and succinct because the true magic of this is the actual tapping part. The reason, I will get into it. But when I first heard of the concept of having a fear of success, I was like, no freaking way. I'm not afraid of success, silly gooses. But then through just the world of personal development, I have realized a number of things. Number one, how the subconscious works in our nervous system and how basically we're wired to feel safe. Even though we set goals and whatnot that will oftentimes benefit our lives, make our lives better, make us healthier, happier, whatever, our nervous system is always skeptical of change because we just have lizard brains at the end of the day. We have human brains, obviously, but we're still, our hardware hasn't really caught up to the modern day world. And so living in stress and fear, our brains are still very skeptical of change. And so it's just a very human thing that our brains are like, well, I really need to see the evidence on this discomfort that is change. So we'll talk about what it means to our nervous system to change, but also the fact that our subconscious drives so much of our life. And as it should, our brains are processing like a million bits of energy or bits of information. What am I even saying? Our brains are processing a million bits of information at a time. I don't know the exact numbers or anything like that, but basically our brains are working all the time. And instead of trying to like use all of our brain all the time, like in whatever that movie Unlimited is or something like that, our brain has something called our subconscious so that we can do things like pour a glass of water and walk and talk at the same time without thinking too hard about it so that we can actually devote our focus to things that really do need our full brain's power and attention, which is great. It's a wonderful thing. However, we can start to get into patterns and beliefs that go really unnoticed in our lives, except for when we start to have patterns that come up again and again, and it's like, oh, I don't like how I'm reacting, or why do I react that way? Or, gosh, I'm really trying to go after this goal. I've set this goal and I'm really putting effort towards it, and it's just not happening. Why? Why is it not happening? And so that's when we just want to, lift up the hood of our subconscious and say, what is going on here? Because instead of having a fear of success, we might be having a fear of visibility, right? Oftentimes success just means more success means more visibility. How do I feel being seen by a greater number of people? Am I worried I'm going to be judged by people? Do I worry that I'm going to be kicked out of my social circle for whatever reason, right? Our brains can be very dramatic. And again, our subconscious is very wired towards safety. And as humans, we're very social creatures. So being a part of a group is very important to our survival. So if we're afraid of being kicked out of our group because we reach more success, what are people going to think of me? Are my friends going to still like me? Are they going to judge me for whatever, right? That's going to be well enough reason for our subconscious to be like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about this. So what happens is we start to self-sabotage. So we might say, oh, well, I forgot that I set this goal in the first place, or, oh, it's not that important, or, oh, I'll just start tomorrow, or again, whatever happens, we self-sabotage so that we conveniently aren't actually pursuing this goal. So maybe it's a fear of visibility. Maybe it's a fear of responsibility. Like, how do I know myself in relation to the responsibilities in my life? Do I have a negative view of myself when it comes to responsibilities, right? Because oftentimes more success means more responsibility, and it might be really good things, right? Visibility is oftentimes very good. More responsibility, oftentimes a really wonderful thing, right? However, if it feels out of our comfort zone, our nervous system and our subconscious are going to do the best they can to keep us small and safe because it is safer and more comfortable. So there's a lot of different things that can be a fear that we can actually have a fear of instead of success, right? So it might be a fear of visibility, it might be a fear of success. One of my favorite books called The Big Leap, Gay Hendricks, the author, talks about 4 different limiting beliefs that oftentimes people just have. And so, like, for instance, if we feel like we are flawed people, right, oftentimes, again, when we have more success, whatever it is, it usually just means that it just like there's an amplification of whatever beliefs that we have. So if we're afraid that we are flawed or defective in some way, it's like, oh, well, I'm not meant for success because I'm not good enough, right? Or it's not meant for me, right? It might sound like that. Or again, I might be judged by my family. My family might totally think that this social media thing is crazy, or I don't know, whatever our brain comes up with. Or we might have a fear of outshining somebody, or, oh gosh, what is the fourth thing? I can't remember the fourth thing. I'll try to put it in the comments below because it is a great book and it all of them really do land. Not all of them, that's probably the one that I'm forgetting. However, there's all these different beliefs that we're like, ooh, but if I were to have a more level of success, what if I can't sustain it? And then I'm worrying all the time about sustaining what I get and worrying more. So I'm just gonna stay down here at this comfortable level so that I don't have extra worries in my life, right? So again, we might just believe that, oh, that's the last belief. The last belief is that we are a burden. So the more success we have, the more of a burden we actually are to others, which is probably not true at all, but it's crazy how much we can believe these things. And so what happens is we have our subconscious has these beliefs, right? And so it's like, ooh, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be seen as defective. I don't want to be kicked out of my social group. So I'm going to keep myself small and safe, and we're not going to approach success and change. Again, it might be something that is so beneficial to you, right? But oftentimes are like, wow, this change in success probably would be a great benefit to my life consciously, but subconsciously our brains are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Or we might have different beliefs about what success is or what that means. And our subconscious is really built and it's like a computer that has all these different programs that are installed by the time we're age 7. So really a lot of things that might shape our worldview. I mean, think about all the things that you experience for the first time when you're a human, learning how to human, right? It's really shaped by your environment when you're young, the people that you're around, the things that you were exposed to that shows you what is possible. And the thing is, our subconscious is really flexible. If anything, our brains as humans are super, super adaptable, which is a huge plus. We just have to figure out how to install these new programs. Whereas if we have this idea of like, oh, well, success is possible for other people, but not for me, or success always comes with people hating you, or, success takes a really long time, or whatever your belief that you might have, that you might be taught in your life, right? You can change that program. And this is where things like hypnotherapy come in, or EFT tapping, or other somatic modalities that actually help you regulate your nervous system. Because again, our nervous system is helped to keep us, is wired to keep us safe and to survive. And so if, adding tens of thousands of dollars to your annual revenue or whatever is new, our nervous system, again, it might be something that we really think is good and would help us. Our nervous system is still going to freak out. And so things like hypnotherapy, EFT tapping, other somatic practices are going to help our nervous system, teach our nervous system, actually, this new thing is safe for me. This is safe to have in our experience. And that way we are not avoiding success. We are actually embracing it because our nervous system feels safe enough to make that change. So let's tap it out. Let's tap out this fear of success. But really, right, a fear of what? Intimacy, a fear of responsibility, a fear of visibility, a fear of getting to know ourselves on a greater level, right? A fear of money. I don't know. What's who knows what's under the hood of your subconscious? I don't know. I don't even know what's under the hood of my subconscious. I'll learn a little bit more tomorrow because I have hypnotherapy. But let's tap it out. Starting on the side of the hand. I want success. And I've been working really hard for it. But sometimes I feel like a little hamster on a wheel, running and running and running and running, and getting nowhere, but feeling tired in the process, wondering what I'm doing wrong, feeling like I'm working so hard, and yet the goal is just as far away after running a whole mile as it was at the beginning of the day. So what am I doing? What is going on? that I'm like a repellent to success. I know that I have experienced success in the past. So I know that it's possible for me. But maybe it just feels impossible in this one area. Maybe I haven't seen anybody else in my life experience this level of success in this area of life. And I'm like, gosh, I need some evidence of it working out. Or maybe I feel like it can happen for other people, but it can't happen for me. But I keep showing up, and I keep showing up, and it still doesn't work. I still am not like hitting my goal. So maybe I start to take on these beliefs that I just need to work harder, or I'm just not cut out for it, or I must be doing something wrong. Maybe I am doing all this work, but I don't really believe in the heart of my hearts that it's really gonna work out for me. And maybe I have all these other fears around success that I haven't really examined yet. But they're obviously impacting me because I haven't hit my goal yet. And maybe I don't feel successful yet. So I'm ready to pop open the hood of my subconscious and really program in that it is safe to be successful. It is safe, and it's possible for me to be successful. It's safe for me to be a successful person. And I'm ready to be the final say in what my success looks like and how it feels. Because I know that it's possible for me. But I'm just ready to see it in action. So even though there's a part of me that's afraid of being successful, a part of me that really wants to be successful, and a part of me that's like repelling success at the same time, I'm wholly and completely loving and accepting myself. I'm wholly and completely celebrating all of the effort I've put in up until this point towards reaching this goal. And I'm open to having patience for myself as I continually learn and grow and learn and grow and feel the discomfort of change and evolve and make mistakes and grow from those mistakes, because I love myself. I believe I am worth it. And I am ready for this success. I know this success is not going to fix any shame I have about myself. But I do really want to experience the success I've been seeking. So I am calling in this success and clearing out any blocks, known or unknown, conscious or subconscious, to success. All right, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Great job. Let's get into the full round of tapping. All right, starting on the top of the head. I crave success. But I'm also afraid of success. I deeply want success. But I am so afraid of being successful. There's a part of me that's like, am I even a successful person? Maybe I'm discounting all the ways I've been successful in the past because I'm still working towards a goal. And it feels like I'm unsuccessful because I haven't hit it yet. And I have all these stories about why that is. Maybe they're accurate. Maybe they're not accurate. Like maybe I think that I'm too lazy, or I'm not smart enough, or I don't look the right way, or haven't worked hard enough to reach this goal, to be a successful person. But is that really true? Maybe I do have a fear of success. What is it that I am really picturing with this success? I'm going to take the time to visualize achieving this goal or being successful. Like, what does successful even really mean? Like, if I were to say, I'm a successful person in the way that I'm really desiring, what comes up? Does it mean I have an immaculate house? Does it mean that I'm a perfect person? Does it mean I never make a typo in my communication? What else does it mean to be successful? I wonder if I could redefine what I mean success to be. If I'm picturing success with this one specific goal right now, what would it be like if I were to experience it exactly as I am right now? What comes up for me? Am I like, oh, wait, I couldn't experience it yet because I'm not good enough? Or things never work out for me? Or things always go wrong for me, so why would I expect this to go right? If I reach success right now, I know I'll just be worried that I'm gonna lose it all again. And it would feel way worse to lose a good thing than never have it in the first place. So I'm just gonna keep myself small because I don't want to lose a good thing. Maybe I'm worried that maybe I'm worried about what people will think when I do what it takes to be successful. What are people gonna say when I start changing my bedtime? Or changing the events that I go to? Or wearing different clothes? Or eating different? Changing the restaurants that I want to go to? Or changing the relationships around me? What are people gonna say? What are people gonna think when I can afford something different? and I go on a cool new vacation. What are people gonna think of me? Are people gonna reject me? Am I gonna have family and friends? Oh, I'm kind of worried about being seen. Because if I do have the success that I want, people are probably gonna see me. Do I think that I'm disciplined enough for this success? If I am more successful, am I gonna be more of a burden to people? If I'm successful and at a dinner party, and people ask, oh, like, what have you done recently? Am I gonna feel weird and braggy about the success I've achieved? Am I gonna start to discount it? Am I gonna feel bad for the success that I've achieved? Because maybe I need more support now. Maybe I need different types of support now. Maybe I have different boundaries now. And I have different needs than I did before being successful. That's kind of scary. What if I'm afraid of outshining other people? Like, success is a pie. And if I have a piece of that success pie, then I'm actually a selfish person and I'm taking away from others. Do I believe that? Or if I'm achieving cool things and accepting myself and feeling good about myself and feeling invigorated by my life, do I believe that I inspire other people to do the same? Because when healed people interact with other people, they heal those people. Inspired people inspire people. So why am I limiting myself? Maybe I'm just a human and I am nervous about change. But what change can I really expect? And can I start to look forward to that change? Like, instead of being worried that my friends are gonna judge me because I am staying in or going to bed early, maybe instead of being worried, I can imagine texting my friends and be like, oh my gosh, you guys, I have this cool thing in the morning, so I can't wait to go to sleep early. Or whatever it is that would come with this success. What would it be like to be more confident and feel more successful? Would I be talking to new people? Getting out of my comfort zone? Would I need to put up new boundaries with people? Would I be giving myself new responsibilities? And do I secretly and deep down believe that I'm gonna follow through on those responsibilities? Do I think that I'm good enough for this success? And I'm not judging myself for however I answer these questions. I do just want to get an idea of what has been holding me back. Because I am ready to clear all the things that are holding me back from success. I'm ready to clear this belief that I'm not a successful person. Maybe I can start to believe that more and more. I see myself as a successful person. And I start to see myself do the things successful people do. More and more, I see more opportunities coming in for my success. And I see myself trusting myself with every step of change that I take. What if I pleasantly surprise myself with things going better than I could ever anticipate? Maybe things and success actually feel way easier than I made them out to be. So I'm allowing my success to be easy and joyful. And I'm allowing success to come into my aura because it is safe to be successful in the way I want. It is safe to grow. It is safe to set a goal and achieve it. It's safe to set a goal and maybe learn some mistakes along the way, because I'm loving and accepting myself every step of this journey. Fear of success, wouldn't know her, because I am embracing and looking forward to all the things that come with being a successful person. In fact, I am already embracing all of the things that come with success. I give myself a break and rest when I need it. I'm celebrating my small wins. Maybe I'm even telling somebody in my life about my wins and celebrating with them. Maybe I'm seeing myself as someone who is worthy and deserving of good things. Maybe I am appreciating all of the hardships I've overcome in the past. Things that I didn't think I was going to get through before. And appreciating how I grew through those challenges. And maybe I feel even a little bit more successful than I did 20 minutes ago. I'm loving and accepting myself. And I'm seeing more and more that I am a successful person. I'm letting go of any fear to success that I've had. Letting go of any of these limiting beliefs I've had around success. I'm allowing myself to visualize all these new opportunities coming in and me being so successful with them. I'm loving and accepting myself wholly and completely. Feeling freer and freer and safer as I become more and more successful. All right, take a deep breath in. Deep breath. Great job. I'm so proud of you. Let me know how you feel after this tapping. This was a really big one, so definitely drink some water, get some good sleep tonight, go take a nap if you can. That way it just helps your brain rewire all these beautiful changes that you just created. Sending all the love. Let me know what else you would love to see from me. Good luck as you see all these changes around success happening, and I'll see you in the next video.